What's going on, YouTube? Okay, in this video tutorial we're gonna mix a track called Grind Hard. I'm gonna try to keep this under 10 minutes. If you've watched any of my other mixing tutorial videos, then you already know what we're gonna do. Basically, we're gonna compress, we're gonna group the tracks that need to be grouped, we're gonna EQ, we're gonna add a little bit of reverb, we're gonna pan, and we're gonna go from there. But that's the main recipe. That's the foundation. So let's just listen to the track first. I'm gonna start it from about right there. Alright, so let's start with the chorus, start with the hook.
He's sleeping in. I be on my grind 24/7. I'm going through this hell, so it gotta be ahead. I be on my grind 365. For y'all, I did.
And first thing I'm gonna do is just trim it up, just because that's my preference. That's what I want to do. And cut out all of that unwanted stuff right there. I don't need all of that. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut that out. And I'm gonna go to the back and do the same thing. Just delete all of that. Oh, didn't see that. We'll go ahead and cut him off too. Oops. Alright, and cut off. And that just makes sure, it just guarantees that we don't have any talking. You know, sometimes rappers talk coming out of a verse or going into a verse, or somebody may cough, or you know, any of that stuff. I don't know why that's being stubborn, but I'm doing one by one. And while I'm doing this, I'm going to play this track and just listen for adjustments that I can make. I already know, because pretty much in every track this is what I do. I already know that I'll be removing some low end for more clarity and less muddiness. And of course we're going to compress. So here we go. First thing that I'm going to do is create a group track. I'm going to call this the hook. I'm going to hit F3 to bring up my mixer. I'm going to press play, and I'm going to route every track that makes up the hook into the channel, into this group channel called hook. On my grind, 24/7. I'm going through this hell, so it gotta be ahead. I be on my grind 365. Alright, so we've routed every one of these tracks that create the hook into the group channel called hook. Now I'm going to pan those tracks. 24/7. I'm going through this hell, so it gotta be ahead. I be on my grind 365. It's jobs I can be, but a nigga gon' survive. He's sleeping in. I be on my grind 24/7. I'm going through this hell, so it gotta be ahead. I be on my grind 365. It's jobs I can be, but a nigga gon' survive. I be on my grind 24/7. I'm going through this hell, so it gotta be ahead. I be on my grind 365. It's jobs. Alright, so we've panned those. Now we're gonna work with the group channel. We're gonna add some compression and some reverb. We're gonna EQ, and I'm also gonna add an L1 maximizer. I want to maximize the volume without clipping to get the most energy out of this hook that we can get. So let's see what we can do.
All I can be, but a nigga go survive. Eat, sleeping, and I be on my grind 24/7. I'm going through it, so it gotta be ahead. I be on my grind 365. For y'all I can be, but a nigga go survive. I be on my grind 24/7. I'm going through this here, so it gotta be ahead. I be on my 365. For y'all I can be, but a nigga go survive. Eat, sleeping, and I be on my grind 24/7. I'm going through this here, so it gotta be ahead. I be on my grind 365. Ain't no jobs I did be, but a nigga go through this here, so it gotta be ahead. I be on my grind 365. Ain't no jobs I did be, but a nigga go survive. Eat, sleeping, and I be on my grind 24/7. I'm going through this here, so it gotta be ahead. I be on my grind 365. Ain't no jobs I did be, but a nigga gon' survive. I be on my grind 24/7. I'm going through this here, so it gotta be ahead. I be on my grind 365. Ain't no jobs I did be, but a nigga gon' survive. Eat, sleeping, and I be on my grind 24/7. I'm going through this here, so it gotta be ahead. I be on my grind 365. Ain't no jobs I did be, but a nigga gon' survive. I be on my grind 24/7. I'm going through this here, so it gotta be ahead. I be on my grind 365. Ain't no jobs I did be, but a nigga gon' survive. Eat, sleeping, and I be on my grind 24/7. I'm going through this here, so it gotta be ahead. I be on my grind 365. Ain't no jobs I did be, but a nigga gon' survive. I be on my grind 24/7. I'm going through this here, so it gotta be ahead. I be on my grind 365. Ain't no jobs I did be, but a nigga gon' survive. Eat, sleeping, and I be on my grind 24/7. I'm going through.
All right, I'm gonna work with a different EQ. I don't like that one. And you know what? Sometimes, honestly, I like working with like a 10-band EQ, like that, or something bigger, like a 30-band EQ. But I'm gonna experiment just for the sake of this tutorial. I've never even used this before, but I wanted to show you sometimes these presets can be beneficial for you. And I'm just gonna play around. I'm gonna look through these and see if I can find something like we'll just play around and see what we come up with.
This here, so it gotta be ahead. I be on my grind 365. Ain't no jobs I did be, but a nigga gon' survive. I be on my grind 24/7. I'm going through this here, so it gotta be ahead. I be on my grind 365. Ain't no jobs I did be, but a nigga gon' survive. Eat, sleep.
Something else while I'm looking at this, if you look, you can learn a lot from just looking at these presets. Like this lead vox for the male, you see they've removed some low end here, and you see that they've a little bit of the high end. Just this, they spiced it up a little bit just to add some flavor or some brightness to the male voice. If you look at the background vocals for the male, you'll see that everything has been removed. They removed some of the almost mids here and some of the low end there. So that should give you ideas on how to mix your tracks. If the presets are set up this way, then generally it's almost a standard to do mixing that way. If you want something in the background, it's a good idea to do some subtractive EQ. If you want something in the front end, like a main vocal, and it's a good idea to get rid of the muddiness here, but at the same time you want to brighten it up there. So that's just something to point out. But anyway, back to the track. I'm gonna remove this. I'm gonna do my manual EQ just to try to get this hook to stand out.
I be on my grind 24/7. I'm going through
the way that sounds, and I'm gonna move over to the delay now. And I like adding tap delay because it gives the track rhythm. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm basically gonna tap this to the tempo of the track, and then I'm gonna adjust the gain so that the delay won't be, you know, right in front of your face. And I'm also gonna EQ it so that the delay won't be too up front.
365, ain't no jaws out there big, but a nigga gon' survive. I be on my grind, 24/7. I'm going through the zone, so we gotta be ahead. I be on my grind, 365, ain't no jaws out there big, but a nigga gon' survive. Keep sleeping. I be on my grind, 24/7. I'm going through this hell, so we gotta be ahead. I be on my grind, 365. Ain't no jaws out there big, but a nigga gon' survive. I be on my grind, 24/7. I'm going through this hell, so we gotta be ahead. I be on my grind, 365. Ain't no jaws out there big, but a nigga gon' survive. Keep sleeping. I be on my grind, 24/7. I'm going through this hell, so we gotta be ahead. I be on my grind, 365. Ain't no jaws out there big, but a nigga gon' survive. I be on my grind, 24/7. I'm going through this hell, so.
Alright, I don't know if you saw what I did there, but I added on the tap delay, and I basically tapped this to the rhythm of the song. I panned it out because I want the delays to kind of bounce to the left and right ear. I want you to be able to hear them distinctively in the left and right ear. Also, to sweeten everything up, I added one more compressor, and what this did is it squeezed everything perfectly to the, you know, way that I wanted it to sound. It took the lows. If you look at this, if you look at the waveform here, get back out of that. Let me just zoom in a whole bunch. All right, check this waveform out. It took the low peaks in this waveform. So like this one right here, you see how low that is compared to this one right here? It took the lows and it raised them. And I mean, this waveform is really not that loud. It could be, you know, way up here. Honestly, I could have probably did a better job of tracking this song, but oh well. It took the lowest part and raised it, and it took the highest part and it squashed it, which didn't really need much squashing here because we're not really approaching clipping there. But anyway, and what that did is it just made the song sound more even.
We gotta be ahead. I be on my grind, 365. Ain't no jaws out there big, but a nigga gon' survive. Keep sleeping. I be on my grind, 24/7. I'm going through this hell, so we gotta be ahead. I be on my grind, 365. Ain't no jaws out there big, but a nigga gon' survive. I be on my grind, 24/7. I'm going through this hell, so we gotta be ahead. I be on my grind, 365.
Alright, so I'm happy with the hook. Happy with the hook for now. We're gonna move on to this first verse, which is Jay Bleed's part. Bleeds, I believe. Forgive me if I'm not pronouncing that right. But anyway, we're gonna move on to his part and mix that in with the track, and then we're gonna move on to the next verse. So that's it for this tutorial. We'll move into the first verse in part 2.